Good morning, guys. I'm heading out to a job where I'm going to check out a system for a guy who had it installed and just wants to make sure it's working properly. I'm going to make this a super easy process. I can hook up the gauges to it and run it, but the first thing that I'm going to do is hook up the static probes to it. And we're going to see right off the bat if I need to go any farther. And what I mean is, manufacturers give us a static pressure rating on the data plate. A lot of times it's like 0.5. And if you exceed that, you're in danger of having low airflow or problems with some of your ECM motors. So we're going to see right off the bat, because if there's an issue there, that I don't need to go any farther until it's corrected. Guys, I just left the house where I was checking the unit out, and whenever someone tells me they put a 5-ton unit in, I am always skeptical. And the reason why I'm always skeptical is because it takes a very large size duct to appease the airflow requirement on a 5-ton unit. This was a package unit, and as soon as I took the hood off the unit, I saw that there was 18-inch round flex coming off of it. Now, even though for a long time it has been perceived that 18-inch round flex was good enough for 5 tons, it actually is not. It needs to be 20 or 22-inch round, or the equivalent square duct. So when we hooked up the static probes, I knew before I got started it was not going to be good. So I put the static probes in, and we had a combined static return and supply of 1.00. Now that is way too high. The test static is 0.5. So it's double, and at some points the test was over double once the coil became, once the unit was running for a while. So, with that being said, I advised him he'd have to make some sort of improvements. He was going to enlarge the flex. Now the flex only runs a few feet till it gets to old return trunks that are over and under. I told him you might have to bring in outside air. There's a bunch of stuff you might have to do to try to get that static down, so he's going to test, or he's going to do it himself, which I like, more power to you. I like ductwork like a hole in the head. So, but I put the temperature probes from the eye manifold in the duct just to measure the temperature split and get a target temperature split. Well, the target temperature split was 18 degrees. Pretty familiar, high teens. Regular day, regular level humidity inside. The measured temperature split was 25. I explained how this would shorten the life of some of his instrumentation. The compressor could be at risk due to a very low superheat all the time. He is going to make improvements, so he's willing to do it, which is good. But it's quite an experience, and I sort of knew going in that this might be an outcome. It was actually more severe than I thought. But when I go back, I'll try to take some follow-up numbers and give them to you guys, because basically I'm just there to test it and make sure that things, going to run properly. And so far, not so much. So we'll see.